Hello guys, Moukass here. What's up? So I just saw a video very touching from Downward Trust called The Bitter Reality of Video Game Addiction, and it made me reflect at my own life because I think I'm addicted to video games because I play them so much. So maybe I have some kind of addiction because sometimes I really can't help but play games. It has been much less the case these last years, but when I was very young, I really couldn't stop playing because actually I thought I was learning more stuff that I was learning anywhere else, but it was getting me trouble with my parents, my relationships. My parents shouted at me all the time because I was playing too much, doing nothing else but staying in front of the screen. But I always thought that they just didn't understood me, that I was really enjoying, really learning, really doing something interesting. But there was a very long period of my life where I was a bit ashamed of my video game addiction. I didn't want to admit that I was playing that much. I actually had a very decent social life. It was always easy for me to make friends, to have good conversation, funny conversations. But I didn't want to admit that I was playing that much. So this carried on for years, and I even thought that I wanted to work in the video game industry at some point. I went to postulate in a French school called Supinfocom, I think. But it didn't work, so I went instead in a computer graphics school. It was my second choice in the studies, and actually it went very well. I really like these studies. Like I had amazing fun studying cartoons, making 3D projects, making movies, and this again sparked my curiosity about video making. At the time I was still playing a lot of Team Fortress 2, Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3. And I felt that I was always having fun with this game. I was always a big team player. I love to play in team because I know this is the most effective way to play and to have an impact in any game. Most of the games I play, like Team Fortress 2 is a team play game, was playing Medic a lot, Scout, and only now I realized that I've been building some skills that are very, very important in real life to work with others. For example, for my company, how to manage people that are working for me, people that are working in my space. And the more I think about it, the more I think that gaming has a positive impact on my life, actually. I didn't really realize this, as I said. I was ashamed of it, but now I realize that this has built a lot of skills that I use every day in my life. I learned to speak English thanks to PlanetSide 2 when I started leading squads. And this has completely changed my life. To be able to communicate with almost the entire population of the world is a skill so powerful that I didn't realize it was that powerful. I realized this when I was in a travel in Spain and I found myself in a festival and I could talk to anyone, and I was very cocky at that time. I was talking to all the girls and I noticed that some people didn't have this skill to go out, speak English or speak French. This has been a huge asset to my life to be able to learn this language. Now, even in Morocco, where it's not the official language, it's extremely useful. When I meet people from America, from the UK, it's very easy for me to communicate with them, and they're quite impressed actually that a local can talk like that. And when I tell them that I learned on YouTube and video games, they're even more impressed. So Alhamdulillah, I think my addiction went well. Maybe it was not really an addiction, just a deep passion for the game. I was quite good at games. I was very often on the top of the leaderboards, and I always wanted to improve, to get better, because it was fun for me to just pawn people. I really didn't think I was that special when playing games. I thought everyone had skill like that and could play like I was playing. But when I started posting my gameplay on YouTube, most people told me like this is very good gameplay, and this made me realize that building this skill has been very useful actually. Just when I'm very proud when people tell me that they learn a lot in my videos, and I'm very happy that what I've been learning in games since like 20 years is now useful for my videos, for my gameplay. It's like all is making sense now. All these hundreds of hours playing Unreal Tournament just with bots. At the time we didn't have internet, and then it came very slowly in Morocco. All this time in LANs with my friends playing Quake 3, playing Counter-Strike, Wolfenstein, we had so much fun. And even at that time, when I was only like 15 years old, 16 years old, I was leading my outfit in the Counter-Strike game. We actually used the word clan. My clan at the time was Panzer Fatala. I wasn't really a leader in the clan, but when we were playing the game 5v5, I was usually leading the squads. And I think this has built my charisma little by little. And now I realize that it's a very important skill to be able to speak up in public and not be ashamed of yourself and just say what you have to say. I realized that not many people have this skill to be able to speak up. Now it's very easy for me, for example, when I go to conferences. When I film the conferences, I don't hesitate to talk to the whole crowd and tell them that I'm gonna post this video on a YouTube channel and that they should check it out, etc. It has helped me a lot in social situations when I'm not ashamed to make jokes if I want, or just speak up or say something I have to say or say an important information. So all these skills have completely changed my life. Learning English, the ability to speak up, the ability to work in teams. These skills translated to my professional life and I'm very grateful for it. So I really wanted to say that gaming can bring a lot of value to your life, but you also have to be careful, of course, if you're not improving or if you're wasting too much time and if you don't have balance in your life, this can be a destructive process to play all the time. And hopefully it didn't happen to me. I played for thousands of hours, mostly FPS games, and now I'm quite happy with my life, with my social life, with my professional life. I have a company called Cash Lab, that's a co-working space, so I host people in my space that are doing other work, like there's a French teacher, Arabic teacher, there's an event agency. My social life is getting better and better. Now I meet even more people with the vlogging and all the things happening in Marrakesh. The ability to go up and talk to anyone has really changed my life. This doesn't really come from gaming actually. I learned these skills from other YouTubers that are talking about day game, seduction actually, and the fact that you should go talk to girls. I made a blog post in my website called How I Overcome My Shyness with Girls. So all of this combined has made that I'm quite happy with my life, even though I spent thousands of hours playing. I now realize that I like to do the most is doing videos. This is why I created 6 YouTube channels, even more coming. And now this passion is slowly bringing me more income and it helped me continue the process. The only thing I'm not happy about with my addiction with games is I think that I'm too skinny because I don't think I exercise enough and I forget to eat all the time. I don't eat much. And I hope to fix this someday. I just need to keep eating and exercise a few minutes a day and I could fix this. But apart from that, I'm really happy with my life. Even spiritual actually, I pray since 7 years. I converted to Islam 7 years ago and since then I pray 5 times a day and it makes me very grateful to be alive and very grateful to have a relationship with God. So Alhamdulillah, the only thing I can say is that I'm very grateful. So what do you think, guys? Am I wasting my time playing video games? Should I go just make friends, make more money, work all the time? Or is it okay to play thousands of hours in your life on a virtual world? I really don't know. Maybe I could have done bigger things if I wasn't playing video games. But I think the most important thing in your life is to be happy and be happy with yourself and where you are in your accomplishments. And I'm totally okay of having most of my accomplishments in virtual worlds like video games. But I can also say that having accomplishments in the real world is a huge satisfaction. So I think the secret is in the balance. Like always. That's it, guys. Let me know what you think of this. Have a good day, stay epic. Bye bye, guys.
One-man crew for me, fucking insulting.
down 6-4.
Well done, platoon.
Keep it
Good
up.
job clearing
I
out.
dare ya.
We currently have a Sundra at Crook's headquarters as well. See if we can get ourselves over there. I would love to see Alpha taking 1 point.